I know that there's probably 60% of you that when it comes to a new year, you roll your eyes at the thought of New Year's resolutions. You're like, it's January 4th and already most people have already failed at the things that they set out to do this year. And so this is not a New Year's resolution message, don't worry. Even though there's others of you who this is like your favorite time of the year. You've already had an offsite with your spouse. You've reflected on the prior year. You've set your budget, all your vacations planned, every date night, all your workouts. You've got it all locked in. Anybody like that? You're just so excited for a new year and the possibility of change? No one? Okay, cool. We're talking to a cynical church today. That's amazing. Okay. But there is, even though I know there's a part of us that goes, what create a sense of expectation or even anticipation for change to happen in our life. Often God will use external transition to bring about internal change in our lives. So even though you're heading into a new year and some of you are, I don't know what's gonna be different from this year to next, there is a sense of optimism, let's say, in the atmosphere even today that maybe something could be different as we head into a new year. Now, New Year's resolution, that's one thing. If you're trying to lose weight this year or set up an emergency fund, that's amazing. You can come up with your plan and set your goals. But what I want to talk to you about today is less about those type of changes that you need to see happen in your life and that you want to work towards this year. I want to talk to you more so about the God changes that you need to see happen in your life. As we ended last year, many people in our church participated in our year-end offering. Once again, thank you to everyone who was a part of our Trust in God offering this year. And as part of that process, we asked everyone in our church, I see, go to the gym, eat more vegetables. I saw words like restoration. I saw words like healing. I saw words like forgiveness. These aren't ordinary changes. These are God changes. These are things that can only happen in our life when God begins to create change in us. So I love the story of this man of Luke. Starts off by painting this as just a day like any other day. This is not December 31st. This is not January 1st. This is not Peter's birthday. This is not the man's birthday. It's not Christmas. It's not Easter. An ordinary day, and yet something extraordinary happens in the middle of an ordinary day. How many of you believe that God can do something extraordinary on an ordinary day? Everything about his language is indicating that there's nothing special about today. One day, Peter and John are going to the temple. They're going at a time of prayer. That's been part of their process. It's just what they do. And then it tells us that there is a man who every day was put up by the temple gates to beg for money. It's an ordinary day, and yet something so profound happens to this man on this day. This man who was lame, Luke later tells us that he was about 40 years old, but all his life, and I don't know who took him to the gates, whether it was his parents or whether it's for his friends, but someone took him and set him outside the gate. And day after day, he would sit there and beg for money, and yet something happens on this day that changed this man's life forever. Now, when you come to church, it's so important that you come in with a level of expectation that God could do something in your life today. Sometimes we get in the habit of treating it like, oh, it's just another Sunday. I'm going to hear some worship songs. I'm going to hear a message. But what if you came in with the expectation and belief that today God could do something in your life that changed it for the rest of your life? Anybody believe that anything is possible with God today? Now, as I read about this man's miracle, the question and the tension for me of why I kept going back to this passage is I think it's so amazing that as he meets Peter and he meets John and his legs are strengthened and he jumps and he leaps and he prays God. I want to celebrate the miracle that happened in his life. But the question it brings up in me is why now? After 40 years of waking up day after day, why now? Why did God choose to heal him this day? Even pastorally, I wonder that a lot. It's amazing what I get to see God do in the lives of the people of this church. And when someone lets me know that God set them free from PTSD or God set them free from a pornography addiction, I'm the first one to celebrate and praise God for what he's done. When someone tells